Hello students, today we will discuss next point of the chapter, Ohm's law. This is the important point of this chapter. Okay. In the last lecture we discussed about the equation for drift velocity, means the electrons which are drifted, okay, when the electric field is applied across the conductor, and the equation for drift velocity of electrons. The equation for drift velocity of electrons, it was J upon NE, that gives drift velocity of electrons. Okay, so this was the expression. J is what? The value of J was current passing per unit area. So that was the value for current density J. I upon A, we had put the values I upon A as a J, and we got the equation V is equal to J upon NE. What is this here? It is total number of charge. And what is this E? Charge on that particular charge carrier. The electron is there, charge is said to be negative, protons are there, the charge is said to be positive. So this was the final equation for drift velocity of electrons under the action of electric field, and that equation was also written in terms of current density. J is equal to NE into Vd. In terms of current density, J is equal to NE into Vd. So in this pointer we had discussion, okay, on last lecture. Today we are going to see the Ohm's law. So this law is universal law, and you have already studied this Ohm's law in a 10th standard, okay, as a statement here. Now we are going to see the derivation or exact what is the meaning of this Ohm's law and what is its exactly physical significance, how it originates. Normally we do the equations, but how it originates when the electrons under motion in a conductor, how this Ohm's law originates, that also we are going to see in the next lecture. And in today's lecture we will see what is the Ohm's law. So before that, first we will discuss about the physical state of conductor. Suppose this is the conductor, okay, having particular length, having particular breadth. Electrons are flowing, which passes the current to this particular metal. If you apply the pressure, then what happens? If you apply the pressure on this conductor or this material, what happens? Breadth will be changed. So if breadth will change, what happens to area? Length into breadth. Area of that particular conductor will also change. Means I can say that the physical state of conductor is not same. Physical state of the conductor is changing. Due to what? Due to application of pressure. Due to application of pressure. Again, if you apply the temperature, if temperature of the particular conductor is said to be high, then there is reduction in the length, or the material is said to be melting. If the material is said to be melting, what happens? Dimension of the particular conductor also changes. Due to what? Due to application of temperature. Is it clear? So these are the environmental factors from which the body changes its state. Or I can say physical state of the conductor may be changes due to application of pressure or due to application of temperature around that conductor. But even you apply the pressure surrounding the conductor, even you apply the temperature surrounding the conductor, the state of conductor, or I can say the physical state of conductor, physical state of conductor remains the same. Means what? Even the surrounding factor changes. There is no change in the physical state of the conductor. Means earlier it was, if you apply the pressure, area of the conductor will change. If you apply the temperature, there is a melting chances for the particular conductor. Means there is a change in dimension takes place. Means physical state of conductor was changed in that case. But even the surrounding system or surrounding factors changes, there is no change in the physical state of the conductor. That's why I can say here, the physical state of conductor remains the same. Even the environmental factors or the surrounding factors present around that conductor changes. The physical state remains the same. So this is the meaning of the physical state of the conductor. Then the first time the scientist George Ohm in the year 1828. In the year 1828, the scientist George Ohm first time discuss the condition regarding the passage of the current through the particular materials. Passage of the current through the particular materials. So what was his concepts regarding the Ohm's law? He had taken one conductor or metal. There is one conductor. Okay. He applied one potential difference here. Means the electric field is applied to the particular conductor. So I can say this is said to be a conductor. Okay, this is the potential difference, positive to one end of the conductor and negative to the other end. Then we know that when we apply potential difference, it creates the electric field across the two ends. Okay, and when electric field is created, then what happens? Earlier motion of electrons was random, but due to application of electric field, all the electrons are drifted in a drift velocity Vd and moving towards the positive terminal, and current flows from positive to negative terminal. So application of potential difference. Okay, whatever the current, see the direction, current always flows from positive to negative. Whatever the amount of current passing, okay, the amount of current, passing through conductor is, if you apply more potential difference, more current is passing. If you apply less potential difference, less current is passing. So whatever the change in current passing through the particular circuit due to this conductor, the potential difference also directly proportional to that current. So I can write here, amount of current passing through conductor is directly proportional to potential difference. Difference in potential, that is potential difference. Potential difference across the conductor. Potential difference across the conductor. So whatever current is passing, that always proportional to potential difference. Or I can say V proportional to I. दोघे एकमेकांची proportion आहे. जेवढा potential difference जास्त असणार आहे, तेवढा current passing through the particular current हा जास्त असणार आहे. Why this current is close? Because due to application of electric field, all the electrons are moving towards the positive terminal. This is a drifting of electrons with their drift velocity Vd. That expression we have seen. त्याची drift velocity किती असणार आहे? J upon N. N म्हणजे काय? टोटल नंबर, काउंट किती आहे? इलेक्ट्रॉन्स असेल किंवा प्रोटॉन्स असेल. आणि E काय? चार्ज, निगेटिव्ह आहे का पॉझिटिव्ह आहे. They are moving towards positive terminal and current flowing from positive to negative. कारण आपल्याला माहिती आहे, ज्या डायरेक्शनला इलेक्ट्रॉनचा फ्लो असतो, त्याच्या बरोबर अपोजिट डायरेक्शनला काय असतो? करंटचा फ्लो असतो. सो व्हॉटएव्हर करंट passing through the conductor directly proportional to the potential difference applied across that conductor. So that law was discussed by the scientist Ohms, and it was called as Ohm's law for conductors, for metals, for semiconductors, and for some type of the alloys. Then V proportional to I. जसं voltage वाढणार तसा करंट वाढणार. किंवा करंट वाढला तर काय होणार? व्होल्टेज अक्रॉस दॅट पर्टिक्युलर सर्किट विल ऑल्सो इन्क्रीज. कारण दोघे एकमेकांना कशा आहेत? दॅट प्रोपोर्शन आहे. देन व्हॉट हॅपन? वन विल इन्क्रीज, अदर विल इन्क्रीज, वन विल डिक्रीज, अदर विल डिक्रीज. ओके, बट द अमाउंट ऑफ करंट पासिंग थ्रू द कंडक्टर डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू पोटेंशियल डिफरन्स अक्रॉस द कंडक्टर व्हेन प्रोव्हाइडेड दॅट, कधी असणार आहे? प्रोव्हाइडेड दॅट फिजिकल स्टेट ऑफ कंडक्टर कशी पाहिजे? चेंज व्हायला पाहिजे का? नाही. फिजिकल स्टेट ऑफ कंडक्टर रिमेन्स सेम, देन ओनली V proportional to I. तर फिजिकल स्टेट चेंज झाली, एरिया कमी जास्त झाला तर करंट कमी जास्त होणार. पण कसं पाहिजे, कंडक्टरची स्टेट कशी पाहिजे, सेम पाहिजे. फिजिकल स्टेट ऑफ कंडक्टर रिमेन्स सेम. Then only V proportional to I. Otherwise, this Ohm's law is not applicable. So this condition is important, provided that physical state of the conductor remains the same. Then only V proportional to I. So V increases, I decreases, V decreases, I decreases. So I can draw linear proportion between current and voltage. So this is the current and this is the voltage. If you plot the graph, what happens? Current increases, voltage increases, current increases, voltage decreases. Then you will get direct proportion. जसं current वाढत जाईल तसा voltage वाढत जातो. So you will get such type of graphical nature. Straight line indicates what? Direct proportion between current and voltage. Means जसं voltage वाढेल तसा current वाढेल, जसं voltage कमी होईल तसा current हा कमी होत जाणार आहे. So this is the graphical nature, straight line. But actual practice, this is ideal, Ohm's law. But actual practice, what happens when electrons are moving towards the positive terminals? Always there is a opposition for the flow of the electrons. आता आपण डिटेलमध्ये स्टडी करायचं आहे बघा. Always there is a opposition to the flow of the electrons. So who provide the oppositions? Who provide the oppositions? That is the ion cores. Ion cores म्हणजे पॉझिटिव्ह आयनची तिथं व्हॅलेन्स असते. That will provides the opposition. ते त्या इलेक्ट्रॉनच्या फ्लोला अपोज करतात. म्हणजे 10 electrons are moving from one end to other end. 10 electrons are moving. Out of that, only 8 are reaching. Means what? There is a loss of 2 electrons. Means somewhere electrons are trapped. Somewhere electrons are captured by the positive ion force due to collision. Collision झाल्यामुळे काय झालं? ज्या स्पीडने इलेक्ट्रॉन्स येत होते टुवर्ड्स पॉझिटिव्ह टर्मिनल, त्यांची व्हॅलॉसिटी कमी झाली. आणि इलेक्ट्रॉनची व्हॅलॉसिटी जर कमी झाली तर करंट सुद्धा काय होणार आहे? कमी होत जाणार आहे. This is actual fact due to presence of ion cores. Electrons due to collision decrease their speed. That's why the value of current will decrease. So there is one agent. म्हणजे त्या प्रत्येक कंडक्टरचा काहीतरी त्याच्यामध्ये एक प्रेझेन्स आहे एखाद्या एजंटचा. तो एजंट काय करतोय? त्या इलेक्ट्रॉनची स्पीड कमी करतोय. तो एजंट म्हणजे कोण आहे? Ion cores. That is a positive ions we can see inside the conductor. That we see in the next lecture. Okay. So due to presence of these ion cores, they opposes the flow of electrons. Electron opposes झाला. If there is opposition to the flow of the electron, then what happens? At a small amount, value of current will reduce. Then this is the actual graphical nature. This is actual graphical nature for voltage with respect to current. कसा यायला पाहिजे होता? स्ट्रेट लाईन यायला पाहिजे होता. आलाय कसा? असा नेचर आला. स्ट्रेट लाईनचा अर्थ काय? जसं व्होल्टेज वाढणार तसं करंट वाढणार. पण इथे काय होतं? ड्यू टू प्रेझेन्स ऑफ अपोजिशन, जसं व्होल्टेज वाढेल त्या प्रमाणात करंट वाढतच नाही. वाढतो पण थोड्या प्रमाणात वाढतो. म्हणजे कुठेतरी करंटचा लॉस होतो. म्हणजे इलेक्ट्रॉन ट्रॅप होतो. म्हणजे इलेक्ट्रॉनना अपोज होत आहे. सो दॅट ड्यू टू दॅट फॅक्टर द नेचर इज लाईक दिस. Nature for the voltage versus current characteristics is like this. So if you plot a slope, तुम्ही जर स्लोप घेतला तर हा स्लोप काय होणार आहे बघा. y ऍक्सिसला काय? v, x ऍक्सिसला काय? I. बरोबर आहे का? So this is current on x axis. This is voltage or changing voltage on y axis. Okay. मग जर तुम्ही स्लोप घेतला तर काय मिळणार आहे? स्लोप इज इक्वल टू y बाय x असतो ना. y बाय x दॅट इज स्लोप इज इक्वल टू v बाय I. And that slope is equal to y by x v by I. That slope gives resistance. That slope gives resistance of the conductor, which is defined as the ratio of voltage to the current. The ratio of voltage to the current. म्हणजे हा फॅक्टर काय मिळाला बघा? रेजिस्टन्स. हा फॅक्टर काय मिळालेला आहे? इज द रेजिस्टन्स. ओके. आयडियली स्ट्रेट लाईन, पण प्रॅक्टिकली म्हणजे ॲक्च्युअली काय होतंय? प्रत्येक कंडक्टरचा काहीतरी रेजिस्टन्स असतोच. Resistance means what? Oppositions to the flow of electrons. So that oppositions to the flow of electrons can be written as a R is equal to V by I, because this R is nothing but the slope of the graph, and this slope is the resistance of that particular conductor. So Ohm's law I can write as a V is equal to IR. V is equal to IR. This is the in general equation for Ohm's law for the particular conductors. आता आपल्याला माहिती आहे platinum is a good conductor, gold is a good conductor, but if we compare platinum and gold, platinum is a good conductor, but compared to platinum, gold is a bad conductor. Compared to platinum म्हणजे प्रत्येकाची काहीतरी व्हॅल्यू आहे करंट पास करण्यासाठी. जेवढा करंट गोल्ड पास करतो, गोल्ड मटेरियल, त्याच्यापेक्षा जास्त करंट प्लॅटिनम पास करतो. म्हणजे बघा, जो जास्त करंट पास करतो त्याचा रेजिस्टन्स असतो कमी असतो, आणि जो कमी करंट पास करतो त्याचा रेजिस्टन्स असतो जास्त असतो. एक्झाम्पल घेतलं प्लॅटिनम, गोल्ड आणि घ्या सिल्वर. प्लॅटिनमचा करंट जास्त असतो, त्याच्या कम्पॅरेटिव्ह गोल्डचा कमी, त्याच्या कम्पॅरेटिव्हली सिल्वरचा कमी. हे का कमी होत गेला? कारण रेजिस्टन्स वाढत गेला. सिल्वरचा रेजिस्टन्स जास्त असतो म्हणून सिल्वरचा करंट कम्पेअर टू गोल्ड कमी असतो. गोल्डचा रेजिस्टन्स जास्त असतो कम्पेअर टू प्लॅटिनम, त्यामुळे गोल्डचा करंट कमी कम्पेअर टू प्लॅटिनम आहे. सो कीप इन माइंड एव्हरी कंडक्टर, एव्हरी मेटल हॅज इट्स ओन रेजिस्टन्स which can be defined as R is equal to V upon I. R is equal to V upon I. Now we'll see the condition. One condition to find the resistance. There is one numerical given in the book. A flashlight uses two 1.5 batteries. Two 1.5 batteries म्हणजे 1.5 batteries आणि ही काय घेतली 1.5 battery. अशा दोन यूज केल्या. एकाची व्हॅल्यू किती सांगितली बुकमध्ये बघा 1.5 मीन्स टू बॅटरीची व्हॅल्यू किती आली 1 and 2. द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ दिस टू बॅटरी बिकम्स 3 volt. Provides steady current of 0.5 ampere. So if you apply the two batteries 1.5 volt plus 1.5 volt, it gives a 3 volt in a series combination, which will produces current of 0.5 ampere. Which will produces current of 0.5 ampere. Determine resistance of the glowing filament. म्हणजे कंडक्टरच्या ऐवजी त्यांनी काय घेतलंय, instead of conductor they have taken, so figure is like this, they have taken filament. Current is 0.5 ampere and voltage is said to be, combined voltage is said to be 3 volt. How much is the resistance of that filament? That resistance we can easily calculate. What is the formula for resistance? R is equal to V upon I. V is 3, current passing is 0.5. Okay, so resistance of that filament is a 6 ohm. So ohm is nothing but the unit for the resistance. Ohm is nothing but unit for the resistance. हे तुम्हाला माहिती आहे ओहम, because we were discussed by the scientist Ohm, so that's why he has given his own name to the unit of the resistance as a ohm. So I can write the another definition for ohm here. If resistance of conductor is said to be 1 ohm, हा 1 ohm कधी असणार आहे, ज्यावेळी voltage passing is 1 volt, produces current across the circuit is 1 ampere. 1 volt potential difference applied to produce 1 ampere current through the conductor, then resistance of that conductor is said to be 1 ohm. When we apply 1 volt voltage across the conductor, produces 1 ampere current across the conductor, then resistance of that conductor is said to be 1 ohm. मग जितका रेजिस्टन्स जास्त तितका करंट कमी. म्हणजे असं म्हणू शकतो जितका रेजिस्टन्स कमी तितका करंट जास्त. सो कीप इन माइंड, when resistance is maximum for the conductor, current is a minimum, and when resistance is minimum for the conductor, current is said to be always a maximum. So this is a very simple concept regarding the Ohm's law. So we can stop here. In the next lecture we will see conductivity, and the next point, that is a physical significance, how it originates, exactly as origin कुठनं झालं Ohm's law actually, ते आपण next lecture ला डिस्कस करणार आहे. Thank you.